Hey y'all, you're watching Back Porch Cooking and Reminiscing. I'm Roger, and I'm glad to have y'all here with us today. So today, guys, we're going to be making something that's a little bit Tex-Mex, a little bit Italian. And what we're going to be making is a cheesy taco tortellini skillet. All in one skillet, and it's going to taste like tacos but have some tortellini in with it. So y'all sit back, relax, grab you something cold to drink, and we're going to get started making this.
Yeah. Porch boards sway in a slow rhythm. Got the screen door sighing a low hum. That old wood stove is cooking something good. Smell of bacon filling up the neighborhood.
So let's get started making this. First thing we're going to have is we've got a pound of burger here, and we're going to use their little, I like to call it a meat masher, and kind of break that burger up. And then once we get it kind of broke up a little bit, we're going to add us about, this is probably somewhere between a medium and a large onion. So we're going to add that to it. And we're just going to let that cook until our burger is done and our onions are kind of translucent. So we've got our burger has cooked, our onions are translucent. And so next thing we're going to do is we're going to put some taco seasoning in here, and we're just using one of the packaged taco seasonings. And we're going to give that a good stir and get it all incorporated. I did drain some of the grease off of this burger. I didn't get it down to where it was just dry because I wanted something for this taco seasoning to kind of melt into. But I did take off some of it. Wasn't really a whole lot. All right, so that's got our taco seasoning pretty well incorporated into the hamburger and onions. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a full can of mild Rotel diced tomatoes and green chilies. And we're going to just dump juice and all in there. And then let's give that a good stirring. And then we're going to take a can of tomato sauce, and we're going to use about half of this can of tomato sauce. We're not going to use all of it because we don't want it to be super, super wet once we're done with it. Maybe just a little bit more. All right. And now with this, guys, you can, if you want to add some other things to this, if you want to add green chilies to it or jalapenos or any other spices or anything that you want to add to it, that's fine. You add to it whatever you want to add to it. Now we're going to get this up to temperature, and then we'll be adding our tortellinis into it. So we've got our mixture here has come up to a good simmer, and so we're ready to put the tortellinis in there. Now you can use the frozen tortellinis, but we're using the fresh ones. We got these at Walmart, and they're a 5-cheese tortellini. We're going to just add these tortellinis into this. All right, so we got all those out. Now we're just going to stir those in, get them all covered with some of this burger and sauce. It sure is smelling good. All right, so now that we got that done, we are going to put a lid on this and just let it simmer for several minutes. And then we'll check it out and see how it's looking. as we were cooking this, it got a little dry, so I went ahead and added the rest of that tomato sauce to it. So we did use the full can on the tomato sauce. And so now we are ready to put some cheese on it. And we're using a Fiesta blend. So we're just going to put about a cup of this cheese in here. Maybe just a little bit more. And we're going to put the lid back on it, and we're going to let that cheese melt down. So we've let this go for a few minutes with the cheese so the cheese could melt. So it's time to see what it looks like. Oh, that looks delicious and smells even better. So now all we got to do is get us a bowl of it and let it cool just a little bit, and then we'll give it a taste test. So here's our plate of Cheesy Taco Tortellini. Got us some tomatoes there, some lettuce, and some cheese, and a little bit of green onion, and some jalapeno peppers. So I think we're ready to give this a try. So we got some with some lettuce and some onions and cheese, tortellini, burger, tomato. I don't believe we can get much more on that fork. Let's give it a try and see how it tastes. That's pretty darn good stuff. It's got that taco flavor to it that everybody loves, and then it's got the cheesiness to it, which makes it even better. You know, the adding the lettuce and the onion and tomato and everything to it gives you that thought in your head that you're eating a regular taco, just you don't have the crunch. It is very good. I think it'd be a great recipe for this summer. Doesn't take that long to make. It's pretty quick and simple. Not going to heat up the whole kitchen just to do that. And I think you'll love it. So hope you guys will give this a try. I think your family will love it. And so, you know, as I always say, make it for your family, share it with your friends. And if you would, hit that like and subscribe button for me if you haven't already. And click on that bell so you get notifications when we put up new videos. So guys, I'm going to go sit down and enjoy this plate of, I have a hard time saying this because it's so much, but Cheesy Taco Tortellini. I think that's it. All right. So guys, y'all have a great day. Appreciate you being here and being with us and watching our video. And again, hope you'll give this a try. I think it's pretty good.